All right, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on when you're watching this, I suppose. We have some senior functional fitness today. We've got a little bit of movement, a little bit of mobility and flexibility, some strength work, and some balance work. So a little bit of everything. Remember to make sure your space is safe. There's nothing you're going to slip on, trip on, knock over, all of that good stuff. Some light to medium weights or whatever you're using as weights. And we won't be doing any floor work today, but sometimes we will. So let's get going. All right, let's march right and left. March right and left. Let's take your right arm, big reach up, left arm, both arms down, roll your shoulders back. Do that again, reach up and reach up, down, roll your shoulders back. One more time, reach up and reach up, both down, roll your shoulders back. Let's point our toes front, point, point. Now, sometimes I'll change directions so that you can see. You should stand where you see the best. So you can stay front. If I want you to turn, I'll ask you to turn. Let's do our toes up. Okay. Pulling the toes up, feeling the stretch down the back of the leg. Just starting to get your feet warmed up a little bit. 4, 3, point your toes, point. Now flex. Point your toes. Now flex. Point your toes. And flex. Point your toes. And flex. Point, point, flex, flex. So stretch for front and then flex, stretch the back. Point, point, flex, flex. Point, point, flex, flex. Point, point. Good. Now listen, right foot only, point and flex. Point, flex, point, flex. Ankle mobility is really important for our overall ability to move. Point, flex. Little bit quicker. If our ankle doesn't have its range of motion and mobility, no joint above it is going to be able to do its job well. 4, 3, 2, and let's switch. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Okay? So it's amazing what an important thing your foot and your ankle are. Little bit quicker. Four, 3, 2, march right. Now, a couple other things to remember. Modify anything that's not right for your body. Speed is up to you. If I'm going a little too fast, go ahead and slow down. March. Let's take a march it wide. March it in. March it wide. March in. March wide. March in. March wide. March in. One more time this side. Let's do the other side. Out and in. March out and in. March out and in. March out and in. Other side. Out and in. 2 more times. 1 more time. Now this time we're going to do a little change. I want you to do a slow squat. Hands on the thighs, squat and touch. Do that again. Squat and touch. Squat. 1 more slow. Squat. Let's do a little quicker squat to the side. Out and in. Now as we squat, I want you to sit your bottom back like you're sitting in a chair. Keep your eyes up. Shoulders back. March it to the left, out and in. March wide, march in, March wide, march in, march wide, march in. Slow squat, please. Down and touch. Okay, so remember, we want to sit. We don't want to bow. So keep the head up. Last one slow. Let's go a little bit quicker. Down and tap, down and tap. Keeping your weight strong in your heels. 4, 3, 2, march out and in, right? Squat, march, squat, march, squat, march, squat. Let's switch sides. March first, march, then squat. March out in and squat. March out in and squat. March out in and squat. Good, take a deep breath, stay here. Hold, shake it out. Roll your shoulders. Both arms up. Shake it out. Roll your shoulders, good. Stop your feet, little bit apart. Hip width. Now take note. How tall do you feel? Are you slouching? Are you leaning? What do you notice about your body right now? Take a little snapshot. Take your right leg back. Okay, I'll turn so you can see. Ears over shoulders, over hips. We're gonna start by dropping straight down and up. How deep you go is up to you. Maybe you go just a little, maybe you go a lot, okay? We're trying to get a stretch through the front of the right hip. Let's take it down and tuck under a little bit. Down, tuck, little pelvic tilt. Down, little pelvic tilt, and up. Down, squeeze the bottom. One more, let's hold. Hold here. Lift your heart a little, roll your shoulders back. Rolling back, and take your hands behind your bottom and see if you can lift a little bit. Drop your knee a little deeper. Big stretch through the front of the right thigh and hip. Good, come up, step hip width. What do you notice? Does anyone feel taller on this side or even like you're leaning? Okay, so important to open this up and combat the sitting position that we sit way too much as humans. Other leg back, straight down. Too much sitting just ruins our posture. It shortens the front body. So whatever we can do to combat sitting, the better. Let's do 2 more. Down and tuck. Down, little tuck, release, and up. Down, little tuck, release, and up. Down, tuck. One more. Let's hold. Let's take the hands behind. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart, neck relaxed. Sink down a little if you can, dropping the knee down, feeling that stretch. Good, let's step in. What do you notice? A little bit better? Let's march, right, left. And let's do a step touch side to side. Step touch. Lateral side to side movement is really important, okay? When we never do it, we lose the ability to do it. And humans tend to just move forward and they don't move in enough variety. Let's do 2 steps, 2 steps. So depending on your space, maybe you have tiny steps, okay? That's fine. Maybe you're bigger steps. Maybe you want to go a little slower. Two more. Listen, 2 touches, 2 steps. 2 touches, 2 steps. 2 touches, 2 steps, 2 touches, 2 steps. Good. Let's go out, down, out. So if you don't want to add the arms, don't add the arms. Tap, tap. Remember, we're finding out what you can do. Okay, if you can't do something, work on what you can do. Maybe it's smaller, maybe it's slower. It's about making smart progress for you. One more. Let's stay here, just the leg, side, and let's take that same leg back. Take it side, take it back. 2 of each side, 2 back, 2 side, 2 back, 2 side, 2 back, 2 side, 2 back. Can we do 1 of each? 1 of each. Now you'll probably noticing that your standing leg's getting a little tired. Good, step touch, shake it out. Oh, so that standing leg that wasn't moving was actually still doing a lot of work. Maybe even a little bit more. Good, let's stay on this side. Okay, roll your shoulders back. Sink down a little. This is our stabilizer. This is our mover. Let's do 4, 3. Take it back. 4, 3. Side. And back. 2 side, 2 back. 2. Again, if you want, slow it down. Do you? Let's do singles, 1 side, 1 back. Just a couple more. Step touch, shake it out. All right, let's roll your shoulders back, take a nice deep breath in. Shake it out. All right, let's grab our weights and maybe grab a sip of water if you need. I know I'm thirsty. Grab your weights. Let's roll your shoulders back. We're gonna start with our feet just a little bit apart, hip width, okay? I'm gonna turn it at an angle where you can see. Again, stand where you see the best, which is probably straight on, totally fine. We're gonna bend over slow, so this is called a hinge, and stand up. And a hinge is not a squat, okay? So my legs and your legs are staying pretty straight, just a little soft bend. Let's do a couple more. Just warming up that motion. So being able to bend over properly is really important because we have to do that in our daily life. Let's go over, hold, pull the arms up by the sides, row, squeezing the back, back to the knees, and stand. Do it again slow. Over, use your back muscles, pull, lower, and let's go a little bit quicker. Over, row, over, rise. Relax your hands. So one of the things that happens here when your lower back starts to get tired, which is fine, okay, is sometimes we start to tuck, okay? Push the bottom out and stand up tall without doing a tuck here, okay? Just right to neutral, brace. Last one. Good. Bicep to shoulder press, bicep, press, down and switch. Bicep, press, down and switch. Feet are hip width. Now I like doing the bicep to the press because I feel like it's a little more functional, because when we pick something up, sometimes we have to put it up in the cupboard above our head or reach up. So we want to maintain the ability to do so. Okay. And a lot of times when people are like, I have a bad shoulder, my shoulders don't go up like that, often it's a tight chest that's the problem. The shoulder would be just fine if the chest would open up and regain its mobility. Let's do a couple more. Good, let's squat out to the right. 2 pulses, in, again. Squat, squat, in. Squat, squat, in. Squat, squat, in. So eyes up, bottom back. Pulse, pulse. Keeping your heels firmly planted, light on your toes. One more time, right. Let's go to the left side. By the way, there is a chance that right and left is a little messed up. Because when I teach this class live, I have to switch it so that when I'm teaching live, you're getting the right and the right left. If it's a recording, that's probably switched again, so it might be wrong. Just saying. Let's go up on our toes right here, up and down, keeping the ankles parallel. Now let's do an upright row. Hold, 4, 3, 2, up on your toes. Lift and down, lift and down. Upright row. Up on your toes. Keeping your ankles parallel. Soft landing. Upright row. Relax your fingers a little bit. Keep your neck relaxed. On your toes. And upright row. On your toes, last set. 2 and 1. Good, let's take the left foot out to the side, right leg back, roll your shoulders back, hinge over a little bit, bring your elbow up. We're gonna take a tricep back, keeping your chest proud. So if I do this, if I cave in, I can still move the arm, it just feels terrible, okay? Let's do 8 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set up for a lunge. Straight down, straight up. Depth is up to you. Okay? Your back heel is up. Your back knee bends. Now make sure you can wiggle your front toes. If that changed things a lot, just wiggle them every once in a while. Don't leave them up the whole time though. 2 and 1. Good, let's switch sides. Elbow up, let's press back. Relax your fingers a little bit. Make sure your shoulders are square, your chest is proud, your neck is relaxed. So much to think about, I know. 4, 3, 2, good. Stack over your hips and lunge. Straight down, straight up. Shallow or deep, your range. Your range, but then find a way to challenge yourself a little bit. We've got 4 more. 2 And one, good. Square off, roll your shoulders back, okay? So feet hip width again, chest lifted. Let's hinge over slow. Pull your elbows out wide, right here. Back down and come up. Let's do that again. Flat back over, look at the side view. Tailbone is untucked. Same thing, but quicker. Over, row, over, rise. Relax your fingers, use your back. And again, when you stand up, don't do the lazy lean. Right to neutral strong. Let's stay up, right bicep to press. I'm gonna give you a little option to add a little bit of balance in if you'd like. And you could take it or leave it. Okay. So we're gonna shift the opposite leg light on the floor, so it could be just your toe, okay? Or you could lift the leg really high. Try to stay centered, relax your fingers. Keep the heart open. So it could be a little balance or a lot of balance. Last one. Good. Double squat out, 2, and touch. Again, pulse, pulse, touch. So you know what's funny about squats? Squats are actually prep to jump. Okay? And a lot of times people lose the ability to jump because they've squatted wrong for years. And so that squat and jump mechanism is really faulty. Good, let's switch sides. Out, out, up. Out, out, up. So the better you squat, the better you can jump because they go hand in hand. Two more on this side. Good, hip width, up on your toes. 4, 3, 2, upright row. Now, make sure your shoulders aren't coming up and down. They stay down. On your toes. 4, 3, 2, keep going. Upright row. So you don't want this to happen here. Keep your nice long neck. Neck relaxed. On your toes. Upright row. So when you feel like your neck is held hostage, it is. On your toes. And it'll be held hostage by your shoulder girdle being out of position. On your toes. And again, often that's because your chest is too tight and your front body, your front belly is too tight. On your toes. Upright row. 4, not too high. Keep the neck out of it. Last one. Good. Left foot out. Right arm. Let's go right into the tricep. Press back. So make sure you're not turning your shoulders because again, that feels awful. Square off. 8 more this side. Two. Stack over the hips, lunge. Straight down, straight up. Again, your range is up to you. Relax your back leg. 8 more this side. 4, 3, 2, switch sides, tricep, press back, keep the shoulders square. Maybe you're more upright. Maybe you're more bent over. Wherever you can hold the position with integrity, that's what I'm looking for. 4, 3, 2, good. Let's stack it and lunge. Straight down, straight up. Relax the back leg. We've got 8 more. Strong through your front leg, especially your front heel. Your toes, you can wiggle them in the front. Yep. 2 more. And 1, good. Shake it out. Go ahead and set your weights down, out of your way. Okay. Shake your hands out a little bit. Let's do a little bit of balance. So we're gonna start with our feet a little bit apart. We're gonna do some right leg work. If you want something like a chair, maybe you move to the wall, maybe you move to a countertop, back of your couch, whatever, you could have it there if you want it. Don't rely on it. Use it only if you need to for safety, okay? So shoulders back, ears, left leg bent a little, right leg side. Keep the toes turned in just slightly, and let's lift up and down. So what we want to avoid, moving too much and tipping over. Think of balancing something on your head, balancing something on your shoulders. Let's do 3 pulses. 3, 2, take it back. 3 pulses. 3, 2, side. So we're kind of doing double duty right now. We're working standing balance, leg strength, and hip stability. And then we're also doing a little glute work on this side, and a little mobility, and a little endurance. If you catch your hip rising up too far, make your lift smaller. It's not about how high, it's about how well. Last one. Good, let's stretch this cheek out. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Good, let's set up for the other side. So maybe a chair, wall, counter. Single lift. Lift and down. Lift and down. Chest open, ears over the shoulders. Let's do a pulse. 3, 2, take it back. 3, 2, to the side. 3, 2, take it back. 3, 2, to the side. 3, 2, take it back. 3, 2, to the side. 3, 2, take it back. Are you staying in place? Are you staying balanced and level? 3, 2, last time. 3, 2, good. Let's stretch that hip out. 3, 2, 1. And remember, if you're like, I don't feel anything back there because it's not working, you probably have dead butt syndrome. Okay, underactive glutes. Good, shake it out, little step touch. So when we're too tight in the chest, too tight here, and we sit too much, okay, what this does, turns this off. Back can't work, butt can't work, and it feels so tight, we're like, oh, I need to stretch it. And then we keep stretching that. Problems here. We need to stretch this, stretch this, stretch this. Then we can get stronger there. Then we move better, we feel better, we stand taller. All right, take a deep breath in. Arms out, wrap around, give a hug. Open up. So please make sure to drink plenty of water. Big deep breath. Take some stretches. Okay. Check out some of the other videos I have on the page. I'll be adding more. Make sure to subscribe and have a lovely day. And remember, you can always leave me a message. And remember, I've got live classes and recorded classes. You can always ask me questions about both, and I will see you another time.